Palace in this FA Cup match week 5 of the new season. It's a 3 o'clock kickoff between these two London sides. A bit of a London rivalry, but these days, almost every single weekend, you've got one of them. It was Crystal Palace having another London derby in midweek, playing Millwall in the EFL Cup. They drew that game 1-1 in normal time, but then won on penalties in a much changed side. Whereas West Ham United, no cup action for them, as they have the ball in midfield with Lucas Paqueta, their Brazilian number 10 for the moment. Plenty of other games kicking off as well in the Premier League. Brighton taking on Tottenham at the Amex, and Wolves taking on Leeds, with Burnley and Nottingham Forest also at 3 o'clock. And this evening we've got Man United and Chelsea at 5:30, and Fulham Brentford as the 8 o'clock. So plenty of football on this Super Saturday of Premier League fixtures, with West Ham United currently on the ball. Palace yet to have a kick inside a minute. There's been one change to the Palace lineup, 2 for West Ham United. I'll run you through those in just a moment when I do get the a pause in play. But at the moment, it is West Ham United in a bit of possession around the back. And Mavropanos, the central defender, is the one to hold it up, whilst West Ham are just trying to gather some possession forward. There's not really much going by way of the Crystal Palace press. And the ball with Wan-Bissaka, Walker-Peters now plays a nice 1-2 with Paqueta and could make some distance with Jared Bowen there. Walker-Peters then goes down under a challenge from a Palace man. It's Jeremy Pino to make it. That'll be a free kick on the near side touchline. It's myself, James Smelly, joined by Lewis Raftery in this one. Lewis, I think we're expecting Crystal Palace to go into this one as, you know, confident visiting side, but West Ham United, 1 win this season so far. Graham Potter will need a result at home to stop things going toxic. How do you see it going?
100%, you're right. There's so much more pressure on West Ham, ball forward looking for Wilson. They've got more of that natural number 9, haven't they? With Callum Wilson leading the line, and I think they look a bit more better and settled in this. I know formations are here, there and everywhere these days, aren't they? But in this settled 4-2-3, 1-4-3-3, whatever you like to look at it, with Bowen on the right, I feel he's so wasted in that 3-5-2 they were trying to play, playing up top. Paqueta as a number 10, he'll get there. Somerville, he's a quick, pacey winger. Hasn't really shown his best at the Hammers, but he was absolutely quality at Leeds a few seasons ago, wasn't he? And again, I think if you give Wilson the service and give Bowen the freedom on the right hand side, you will have success. But the pressure is on them, as you say. I think Palace, they defend well, they make it difficult, they frustrate you. That might be the problem so far for them. European football as well will be in their head. So Oliver Glasner probably thinking, right, let's frustrate them. Let's let West Ham get inside their own heads first and foremost. But we've already had a goal in the Premier League.
Yeah, Neco Williams has opened the scoring for Nottingham Forest away from home against Burnley. Burnley, a side known for their defensive resilience. Well, that hasn't lasted too long. It's from a corner kick that Nottingham Forest won in the first minute of the game. So there's been goals going in, but not here as of yet. Jeremy Pino starts. It's his 4th game since arriving from Villarreal. He's somewhat of an exciting prospect, 22 years of age, but played a total of 170 games for the Villarreal first team in a period between 2020 and 2025, scoring 22 goals in that time as well. He got 4 goals and 9 assists last season in 35 games for the Spanish outlet, and arriving at Crystal Palace for a fee just shy of £40 million. Sure, he has a lot of expectation on him, and he wears the number 10 shirt this afternoon. Of course, he's been kept out of the side somewhat by plenty of Crystal Palace attackers. Justin Devaney, who I'm not really too impressed by, to be honest, the Northern Irish midfielder. He seems to be underwhelmed me almost every time I watch him. But of course, Ismail Assar as well. He's been in contention a fair bit, but he is out with a hamstring injury until late September. So opportunity for Pino to get back inside. Here is Somerville bursting into the box. Is he going to go down? He's somewhat halted. I think a challenge came in there from Lacroix to divert that behind. It was Lacroix and Richards going stride for stride with Crescenzio Somerville, the former Leeds United winger. And in the end, Somerville making good inroads but denied. It'll be a corner kick to West Ham United. It's a really good run from the former Leeds United man. Watched a lot of him at his time with the Yorkshire Giants. He scored 21 goals and got 10 assists in just 49 games for Leeds before signing for West Ham United a couple of years ago. Of course, didn't really feature too much for the Hammers last year. Was kept out for a long period with an injury. Got 1 goal and 2 assists in 22 games, but the majority of those being limited minutes per game. Corner kick then for West Ham United. Be a right-footed in-swinging ball from James Ward-Prowse, I think, from that far side. It's a very packed 6-yard box. There's no West Ham player in the general area of the 16-yard. But it comes in nonetheless, and the header goes up. It was a strike coming in, I believe, from Mavropanos. But he couldn't direct his header on target. First opportunity for West Ham, though. The ball just seemed to hang in the air for what seemed an age before Crystal Palace were able to clear their lines via Will Hughes. In the end, 30-year-old just about evades danger away from the Crystal Palace goal, but first blood really to West Ham United in terms of chances. It's a game where you'd imagine the fans will expect them to create some, as Pino is wrestled off the ball by Fernandes. Of course, another player that signed recently is signing from Southampton for a large fee. The Portuguese midfield, 21 years of age, and was one of the only real shining lights in the Southampton side that was relatively, well, fairly poor last season, being relegated. But this year, so far, only played 2 games. This is his second start for the Irons. And he's got a lot to prove in that midfield next to Ward-Prowse and Lucas Paqueta. Crystal Palace, though, go long for the moment as the ball is headed out of play. And it's a throw-in for Crystal Palace after Callum Wilson couldn't quite keep the ball in field. So only the goal for Nottingham Forest early on. Out of all the Premier League action that kicked off, we'll keep an eye on the other scores as well. Plenty of expectations for goals this afternoon from the 3 o'clock kickoffs and the ones the games this evening, as well as Munoz has a throw-in. But Crystal Palace so far not starting well. We're 7 minutes in. They're yet to string a pass together in the opposition final third. And I think that maybe the changes in the lineup, not just from last week, of course only the one change made by Glasner, but perhaps since the start of the season, may just unsettle this side a little bit. But a ball looking for Mateta evades him. It may fall to the far post. It's being kept in. Cut back. Great challenge comes in from Walker Peters after Mitchell got on the end of a pass over the top from Kamada. It was looking for Mateta. It found Palace's number 3. His cross well blocked.
That's really poor from Areola and Walker Peters there. I don't know about the shout or anything like that, but that's really poor that Mitchell. Good defending from Walker Peters to get back, but it looked like it was a poor ball. Areola's almost shouting at Walker Peters saying, right, there's someone there, you've got to get back. He gets back, but he shouldn't allow Mitchell. I know he's a wing back, so maybe there's a bit more space and freedom than he would like, but this has given Palace an opportunity, and what they have, the height of the 3 centre-backs and Mateta, I won't be surprised if the Frenchman gets a shot off here. But we're the only goalless game now in the Premier League. We might get a goal in a moment, but Wolves have taken the lead against Leeds United, and Brighton have scored against Spurs as well.
They have indeed. Cross comes in. It's towards that near post. Areola deals with it. It's then cleared away by Paqueta, but I think the ball had gone out of play beforehand anyway. It's Minter that's opened the scoring for Brighton, and Wolves also scoring against Leeds. It's Ladislav Krejci, the number 20, the 26-year-old, opened the scoring at the Molineux. Disappointing from both away sides to start the game so far. But another corner kick from Kamada. Again, it's right on the keeper. Areola tips it over. That'll be a 3rd corner kick for Crystal Palace in rapid succession. Areola has got some trim on him. That's bleached ponytail. He's back in goal to replace Fabianski. Certainly a lot of whereas Hermansen, certainly a lot of work to be doing again from this set piece. So Kamada again, one arm raised. Again, it'll be really on the goalkeeper, flicked on at the front post, cleared away. Out wide to Munoz, who has a strike. It's hit up into the air. Is that another corner kick? It is. A 4th corner kick for Crystal Palace in about as many minutes. And 9 minutes in, Palace piling on the pressure from set pieces. Areola, it looks shaky, but has been able to deal with most of them so far. You feel as though if Crystal Palace do keep getting set pieces at this rate, one of them has to be a good ball, though. Yeah,
and as you said, they're just putting on top of the keeper and seeing what he does, or can they get a rebound, and Kamada with the 4th and seeing if he can create something, takes it short though.
He's gone flat to Pino, back to Kamada, different angle, his crossing is flat and it's cleared away, and this time it won't be another Crystal Palace corner. It's back to Mitchell, who goes all the way back to Dean Henderson in goal for Crystal Palace. He then is going to launch it long with his right foot. It's a decent ball as well, headed down, that should be offside from the linesman, but the flag doesn't go up against Kamada, who looked to be about 5 yards off when that initial cross field pass was delivered, but Areola will claim it nonetheless, so pressure gone on West Ham for a moment. Back now with Mavropanos. Goes sideways into Kilman. Now back with Areola, who's just got the ball at a standstill. There's not really much of a press being offered by Palace. Pino furthest forward, Mateta tucking in just behind him, and the ball now goes wide with Diouf. Tries it down the line, but then we'll go back inside to Mavropanos. He's then recycled to the right hand side for Walker Peters on the near side touchline. Walker Peters has Pino for company. Goes backwards into Mavropanos, then sideways to Kilman. Kilman now with Ward-Prowse ahead of him. Ward-Prowse not exactly the most mobile of midfielders, but offers some sort of passing option. Instead it goes to Diouf. His board on the left-hand side, though, is really poor. Looking to try and find Callum Wilson. It won't find him. And it's recycled by Patz, cleared up by Diouf, and then bounces in midfield. Mateta gets it down, but Paqueta there to steal it off of him. Now it's backwards with Mavropanos. Sideways ball, the left-hand side for Malik Diouf. He's played his football at Slavia Prague last season, the season prior.